Joining me now is Kevin Roose, a reporter from New York Magazine who crashed that party. He's author of Young Money, Inside the Hidden World of Wall Street's Post-Crash Recruits, which is out today. Congratulations on Pub Day.
Thank you very much.
All right, set the scene for me. Did you make this up? It's really beyond character.
I promise you I did not make this up, although someone said to me today, you know, if Martin Scorsese had gotten this for The Wolf of Wall Street, he would have thrown it out as being over the top. Too unbelievable. So I heard about this dinner. It's been going on for 80 years, this group called Kappa Beta Phi, and I thought, well, I have to go. I was reporting this book about young Wall Street bankers, and one of my questions was always, you know, what happens to these guys as they get older and more powerful? How does the psychology of wealth change them, you know, as they mature? And so I thought, you know, I've got to at least try to get into this thing. So I went to a tux rental place in Midtown. I got myself a cheap tux. I put it on, and I went to the St. Regis Hotel, and I waltzed right in. It was unbelievable.
And then you just watched it. And did you take your iPhone out to record?
I did. I had my phone out to record. The only time I was there for, you know, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. I saw basically the entire dinner, people doing these skits and sketches, the neophytes, the rack of lamb dinner. And then at the very end, I took out my phone to record a picture, and a guy at my table sort of grabbed me and said, "What are you doing here?"
And then they very, very, very quickly hustled you out of there, kicked you out of there.
Well, they tried to first convince me not to write my story.
Yeah, tell me about that interaction, because basically they're essentially trying to bribe you into silence.
Right. They would say things like, you know, well, these people could be very helpful to you if you would just keep their privacy in mind. So it was a real, like, favor trading sort of, you know, wink wink thing. And, you know, obviously I was going to write this story. Who in their right mind wouldn't?
Well, as a reporter, that's pretty golden stuff. Like,
right. So
I don't think you could help me as much as how awesome this material is. So
right, exactly. So I wasn't going to be persuaded out of it, but they did. After that, they did hustle me out. Although there was a little bit of a physical near altercation there with one of the members. So
what do you mean by that?
Well, he grabbed my lapels, and he tried to take my phone.
An old school move. An old school move.
And this guy, you know, is a husky guy. He wrestled, I think, at Princeton or something like that. So he's a big guy. And you know, luckily another member came and took me out of there before he could do anything.
Was your jaw on the floor during this? I mean, were you like, I can't believe that they would... I mean, because look, people say things in private all the time, and we have some sort of caricature of the 1%. It seemed to me almost like they were kind of performing what they thought other people thought of them. It was like a kind of, I mean, was it tongue-in-cheek?
Well, so this was, it wasn't tongue-in-cheek, but this was, you have to remember, this was in 2012, this was in January. It was like a couple months after the Occupy Wall Street movement had happened. So these guys had been in the crosshairs. Most of them were keeping a very low profile. And this was sort of their outlet where they could, you know, in what they thought was a safe environment, unleash what they thought about, you know, the bailouts, about the Occupy movement, about Hillary Clinton. They could sort of get it all out there.
About Barney Frank, about a homophobic joke is told.
A homophobic joke about Barney Frank, who helped write, you know, the Dodd-Frank Act. So, I mean, this was really them with their guards down completely. And so when I outed myself, it was like a bomb had gone off.
I mean, yeah, there's panic that spreads through the room as soon as someone realizes a reporter has just seen all of them.
Oh, they're watching their careers go up in smoke. You know,
the other thing I thought interesting, they go after Occupy Wall Street. They sort of lampoon it as, you know, dirty hippies. There's a skit called Bailout King, sung to the tune of ABBA Dancing Queen,
right,
which I thought was like, it's just like they're reveling in the fact that they got away with it. That's what it felt like.
For part of my book, I followed 8 young bankers for 3 years, and one of them said to me after I described the scene, he says, "It sounds like something Occupy Wall Street would invent if they wanted people to hate bankers even more."
As Occupy Wall Street propaganda. Kevin Roose from New York Magazine. The book is called Young Money. It is out today. Check it out. More on this ahead.
Thanks.